welcome to Realtor Rentals. I'm Susie Rogers, here with my husband David Williams. We're the owners of Northside Video here in McMinnville, Tennessee. And guess what, people? Y'all know what it is. It's time for Halloween. And if you remember from last year's show, we looked at some influential horror directors, and we talked about Alfred Hitchcock and James Wan and Clive Baker. Well, that was 3 of the 4. And this year we're going to go a little different path. Now, these are the movies that really scare me. Possession movies. Freaks me out to no end. They've done a lot of these throughout the years.
More than what you think, and you know, one of these is the ones that sort of kicked off all of this into the film world.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
That we're going to review. But you know, this is one of them things that, you know, you'll have people that says, oh, I don't believe that people can get possessed. I don't believe that. Well, you know, it says right there in the Bible how many demons that Jesus put out of Mary Magdalene and the guy that was at the tombs and put them out, and they all went into the pigs and
jumped into the sea.
And stuff. So, you know, if you believe in God, Jesus, and angels, then you've got the devil and demons. You know, so needless to say, they're all here, and not that some people may not end up being more susceptible to being infiltrated.
Well, you can't go out and invite these demons in, which in some of these movies about possession, that's exactly what happens. They sort of, Ouija's a good example of that.
Yeah.
Where they get to messing with that Ouija board. You know, when I had the record shop, somebody had gotten one of our customers a Ouija board for Christmas, their child. They brought it and gave it to me. They didn't want it in their home. We still have it.
We do.
In a box somewhere.
I've seen it just this week. Not that we've ever played with it, because, hey, I'm not going to invite somebody that I don't want around.
I tell you what, we'll take it over the video, and when we get moved into the new building, we'll set it up somewhere as a decoration.
There we go. Then it can be there forever.
With the horror stuff for the Ouija movies, because there's several of those.
There is, and you know, the original ones was Witch Board and stuff, so hey. But you know, this is going to be an unusual show, but due to Halloween and stuff, we thought it was very fitting.
Yeah. And we wanted to, since I'm so afraid of possession movies, this is just one genre of many in the horror line, but this is the one that really scares me.
It just gets inside your mind.
Oh yeah, it does get. I even woke up thinking about one of the movies we're going to review today. So let's,
Well, let's open it up for them.
All right, let's open it up. The first movie we want to take a look at is the trailer for Annabelle.
John, wake up.
What's that?
Next door, I heard a scream.
Stay here. Go check it out.
John? Is everything all right?
Oh my God, you're covered in blood.
Go back inside. It's not mine. It's not. Go back inside and call an ambulance right now. Go!
I like your dolls.
You survived. You don't come out the other side of something like this weaker. What is there left to be scared of?
This is the last of them. How did that get in there? I swear I threw it out.
Things must have got mixed up. There, she fits right in. Come to mommy. Come to mommy. There are things happening that I can't explain.
We should talk to someone.
I don't think what you're experiencing is a ghost.
Sometimes demons can attach themselves to objects.
What do I do? Protect your family. Who are you?
That was a trailer for Annabelle from 2014, rated PG from Warner Brothers. Now, this was the second movie in the Conjuring universe from the memoirs of the Warren family.
You know, and this is one of them things that Susie really don't like these kind of movies because she really likes dolls. So she don't want to see an inanimate object like a doll get possessed by something. That really just messes with her.
Well, you know, you get to thinking, you're looking at those dolls and you think, did their eyes just blink? Did they move? I am not going there. I like my dolls too much.
That's right, you know. But needless to say, the Warrens have give us a huge variety of films their memoirs have.
You know, I'm really surprised they haven't went back and redone the Amityville Horror, because that was their first, I think, haunting that they researched.
Well, you know, and I think that we've got an upgraded version, but it's still been several years old.
But I don't think it's classified in the Conjuring universe with the rest of these movies. The Nun, which is now there's a sequel at the theaters, and Annabelle and The Conjuring and several others.
There's several others, you know, and because there's what, three Annabelles, you know, so we had.
Annabelle, we had Annabelle Creation, which was a prequel, and then we had Annabelle Comes Home.
So, you know, that's all works into that universe, but, you know, it's amazing how much a doll being possessed can spur that many movies.
Well, this is nothing compared to another movie we're going to review today.
Right, and, you know, the Warrens, this is a good set of movies to, hey, we'll rent them to you for the whole Halloween weekend, and you can have you just an Annabelle Horror Fest. Or
Conjuring verse Horror Fest.
There you go. So, but hey, you know, this next one spurred a bunch of stuff too.
Oh, a tremendous amount of things and spinoffs. Let's take a look at the trailer for Child's Play.
Everyone has a birthday they'll always remember.
Can we open my presents now, Mommy? A good guy! I knew it! I'm Chucky.
He's something, isn't he?
This is Andy's.
Time for bed, Andy.
Good night, baby. Good night, Aunt Maggie. Good night, Chucky.
Everyone knows most accidents happen at home.
How did that happen?
This is no accident.
Andy!
I'm Detective Mike Norris, homicide.
Andy!
Miss Peterson's dead, Miss Barkley. She fell from the kitchen window.
Someone's moved in with the Barkley family. And so has terror.
Mommy, I know who was on the counter.
Andy!
Who, Andy?
Chucky.
Nobody believes you about Chucky.
He came alive in my hand.
Oh, for God's sake.
Why won't you believe me?
Because I'm sane, Mrs. Barkley. Sane and rational.
No one believes the truth. Or lives to tell it. There's nothing nice about murder. And there's nothing innocent about Child's Play.
That was the trailer for Child's Play from 1988, rated R. This is brought to us by 20th Century Fox. And I go to look up these movies, and you hear everybody say, Chucky, 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 Chucky. And I forget that the original movie was not called Chucky, it's called Child's Play, and you can't find it under Chucky. So, ding, ding, the bells need to go off. But this is another one I really don't enjoy that well. And I did think one of them was really cute, although it was pretty violent, and that was the Bride of Chucky. I thought that was But Chucky sort of plays on that comedy horror in a way.
He does, you know, on how does this doll cause that much havoc?
Mm-hmm. And Chucky's been inhabited by a serial killer?
Yeah. Needless to say, Chucky has spawned, I don't know how many action figures, dolls,
merchandise, sequels, comic books, video games.
Just on and on.
On and on and on.
Because there's been like 6 movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then the TV series has been on for a year or 2, if not maybe 3. I remember one of the guys that comes through the video, he said his great nephew loved Chucky. He said, of course, I did not think about a 3-year-old. He said, I bought him a vintage Chucky doll, still in the box. He said, you know the first thing he did?
Open the box?
Opened the box and got it out and played with it.
Well, you know, I'd asked you yesterday, you know, back in the VHS days, if anybody remembers those, you know, they were so expensive for us to buy. The movie studios always offered us premiums. And when Chucky came out, the Child's Play, we got that doll.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many, well, you know how many people's tried to buy that doll from us. But I said, where's that Chucky doll at? We'll take it and have it in the show today. Right. But Chucky's put up somewhere, and we couldn't access him to bring it with us to work.
No, he probably needs to probably stay wherever he's at. Because he was from Chucky 3.
Oh, was he from Chucky 3?
From Child's Play 3. But, you know, at one time they offered us where we could buy them, and we sold some of them through the store. We had a lot of people that sort of veered away from that.
Well, that's true.
But needless to say, Chucky's a violent little feller. He'd have to hold up there with Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees and...
Voorhees.
You know, I'm terrible at names and stuff,
But tell them about the movie that says possibly in works. You mentioned Freddy.
Yeah, and you know, who knows if this is going to be Blumhouse doing this, but we're getting ready.
We're thinking
that Freddy and Chucky's going to meet on Elm Street.
That's right.
So that may be a next Halloween thing, like Saw is at the theater now.
That's right. Somebody called and said, do you have Saw 10? And I thought, did I miss Saw 9? Well, you know, now there's Spiral and Jigsaw and da-da-da-da-da, you know, so I don't normally put the Saw with them. But there is a Saw 10 at the theater, and I think Jigsaw might have been 9. So now I've went into the computer system and put Saw, semicolon, Jigsaw. So when I type in Saw, they all come up together.
There we go. But you know, this one right here is another one of your dolls possessed and stuff. But this next movie we're getting ready to go to is not got anything to do with the doll.
Not at all. And if you believe in this type of thing, supposedly based on a true story.
There we go.
All right, let's look at the trailer for The Exorcist.
Hey, where'd this come from?
I found it.
Well, let's both play.
You really don't want me to play?
Captain Howdy said no.
Who's Captain Howdy?
You're gonna die up there.
I need reassignment. You're the best we've got. I think I've lost my faith.
Is there someone inside you?
Sometimes.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Is it Captain Howdy? You ever heard of exorcism?
How do you go about getting an exorcism?
I beg your pardon? I'm Damien Karras. I'd like to help you.
Where's Regan?
In here with us.
I believe we should begin. Avoid conversations with the demon. The demon is a liar. He will mix lies with the truth
Why, Dimmy?
to attack us. Do not listen.
That thing isn't my daughter.
It is he who commands you. The power of Christ compels you.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
That was a trailer for The Exorcist from 1973, rated R, from Warner Brothers. This starred Linda Blair and Ellen Burstyn in our lead roles as mother and daughter. I went to see this about 76 or 77 at the Campus Theater by myself. What I was doing, I don't know. Scared me for the rest of the winter.
Well, you know, it's hard to believe that The Exorcist is turning 50 this year.
50? Well, have a birthday party for it.
That's right.
Halloween night, we can have a birthday party for The Exorcist.
Hey,
At
you
the
know,
video store.
Right. And poor Linda Blair, in reality,
Never had a career.
no, this killed her career because nobody could, I don't know if they didn't know where or how to cast her or what, but she tried doing all kinds of different movies, and from comedies, from Night Patrol to Savage Streets to just a variety of things, but everybody looks at her and still sees that little girl in The Exorcist. And this movie set the bar on possession movies.
It sure did.
And needless to say, you know, now people will look at it in today's time and say, well, that ain't that scary. It took forever to get to, well, you know, possession movies don't start out with somebody getting their head cut off or something at the very first.
No, they're a gradual build in suspense.
Right, and you know, so our younger people of today can't respect this movie or don't understand where the horror level was in it. But now, some of the additional ones from The Exorcist definitely amped that up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because we had The Exorcist 2, which Linda Blair was back in. And didn't you say Ellen Burstyn really did not want to do that one?
Mm-mm.
You know, something about that she did something with her pay from that.
Oh,
one.
well, she donated her pay and set up a fund to help up-and-coming actors because she said that was the devil's money.
So needless to say, you know, that's pretty strong. Now, I think the third one had the guy that played Patton.
Oh, George C.
Scott was one of the people that was doing The Exorcist.
Oh, was he a priest in that?
Yeah.
Because I never seen the third one.
Uh-huh. And then, you know, now then we've had more into the 2000s, The Exorcist Beginning.
Where they go back, I guess, the prequel to supposedly to the original Exorcist.
Right, and you know, and then we've had, I don't know how many other spin-off Exorcists that maybe not hardly as good, but there's still an exorcism type movie. You know, recently it was the Pope's Exorcist.
Oh, yeah. And that was supposedly based on a true story. But one that people like a lot, if you're just wanting to look into exorcist movies, is The Exorcism of Emily Rose, which was, you know, got a lot of high ratings and has done well. And then there's the one with Jeffrey Dean Morgan called The Possession that scared me. And so it don't take much to scare me, but it was a good movie.
So, but you know, there's some, but now then we're getting ready to see a new version and a new outlook of The Exorcist.
Oh, we are. So let's take a look at the trailer for our last movie for today, which is, guess what? The Exorcist Believer.
Don't be scared.
We've met before.
Are you looking for Regan?
Are you looking for Regan?
She burns in hell!
What do you think evil is? I'll tell you what I think it is. We're born in this world with hope and dreams and a desire to be happy.
Dad?
Something's going on with my daughter.
No! No!
It's happening to my daughter, too.
The devil has one wish.
Wherever those girls went, they brought something back with them.
To make us lose faith.
But I believe you can help get our daughters back.
To kill it in us. And the devil never gives up.
She knows who I am. Where's the other girl?
What you're doing here is dangerous. People have died on both sides of possession.
Come home, baby. Come back to us, okay?
If you don't make it, I don't make it.
Mama!
What is it, baby?
I can't get you.
Baby, I'm right here.
I don't want to go to hell.
God played that trick on you.
There are 2 heartbeats. Is it working?
They're beating in sync.
Be strong. What did you do?
One girl lives, one girl dies.
You get to choose.
That was the trailer for The Exorcist Believer from Universal, rated R. This stars Olivia O'Neill and Lydia Jewell and several other people, Ellen Burstyn to be one, in our lead roles. But these are the 2 young ladies that are possessed, and to me, they're the important characters.
Well, it's got a pretty long list of people that you will recognize in it.
Jennifer Nettles from the country group, and of course I'm not big on country music, so I can't come off with that right off the top of my head.
But needless to say, we did see a studio change, and I don't know if that's because of the new management at Warner Brothers, or if it's because of Blumhouse.
Right. And don't know where, I didn't really look into the backlog on who did all the other Exorcist movies. There may have been somewhere down the line that Universal bought the rights or obtained them from Warner at somewhere down the road.
Right, but you know, needless to say, this one right here takes it to a different level. You were seeing 2 girls involved in it. We're seeing the search and turmoil of the families, like we've seen in the original, you know, because it's not just the person possessed, but their whole family, sort of the turmoil that's involved in it. But this one with the 2 girls, and now with the new special effects that they've got, you know, the spider crawl in the original one that Linda Blair did versus what all these young ladies are put through in this one's just a completely different world.
Oh yeah, they can do so much more now.
And needless to say, though, it's got a good surprise twist ending in it that we won't let you, you know. Now, this one is not ready to be viewed at the movie store yet.
No, this has just come to theater, but with it being Halloween and we was wanting to do these, we sort of jumped the gun on reviewing The Exorcist, The Believer.
But needless to say, this movie will probably, Blumhouse is noted for going ahead and getting movies onto DVD pretty quickly.
I could see Christmas maybe,
right,
or sooner.
So, you know, if you see us talking about it, that don't necessarily mean that it's here, and we've got thousands of movies at the store that we don't get to talk about.
That's right.
But, and I think that we've got a couple more still slated to maybe in development from The Exorcist and the
Oh,
Blumhouse.
yeah, one in, did it say 2025? And then one to be announced, the date. So they've got 2 more sequels in plans.
You know, of course, Blumhouse is the one that brought us the new Halloween with Michael and Jamie Lee. And, you know, it's a whole different brother-sister relationship there.
Well, that is, isn't it?
Yeah. But I guess that...
You know, and you saying that, have they ever explained how Michael became Michael what happened to him, severe case of schizophrenia, whatever, that he turned into this raging maniac?
Well, you know, Rob Zombie tried to tell a little bit, but Rob's visions of
He
things
needs to
gets
keep singing and forget about making movies.
Well, people seem to like them.
Well,
Now, I don't think there
people
was
like
big...
Play-Doh too.
Yeah. But I guess that we need to tell everybody that we hope that they have a safe and happy
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween. And hope to see you back next week on Reels to Rentals.